Hey guys, our second plyometric video here. Reiterate the principles that we talked about in the previous one. Plyometrics are all about quality versus quantity. So doing more is not necessarily a better thing, and oftentimes it can be detrimental. There's tons of research. Basically, has been an accepted scientific fact going back to the Soviet era. With this one, we want to work on our foot speed. So, and this is something that transfers to all positions. The faster that we can move our feet, whether we're pulling linemen, whether we're a DB breaking on the ball, whether we're a running back making a cut, the faster we move our feet, the better we are in the field. With plyometrics, again, we want to be working on a 3-to-1 rest to work ratio. So we're going to do sets of 5 seconds. We want to be going at least 15 seconds rest. But again, your biggest thing, if you're huffing and puffing, take longer. There's nothing detrimental about taking more rest. We want to make sure that we're fresh for this. So what you're going to need is just a line. The hose was down here on the lawn, so I've got a bit of a line that I can work with. And we're going to be working foot speed as quick as we can, not moving really that far. Our first one is going to be a 2-foot lateral hop. So the idea here is within 5 seconds, I want to get as many lateral hops on either side of the line, 2-foot touches as possible. So slowed down, right, with my line here, I want to keep the core over that line, and I'm just going to move as quick as I can. That's a slowed down version. So it's going to be maximal effort, as hard as you can go for 5 seconds. A few coaching points here, right, is you want to spend as little time on the ground as possible. It translates to being explosive on the field, putting your ground in the grass, changing directions. We also want to have quiet feet. So if you're stomping, you're losing energy to the creation of sound. We want to be going slow. So, and obviously as well, we want to make sure we're good and warm. I'm not, so I'm going to kind of go 75% here. But again, the idea is as many touches as possible. So if I was going to do condensed just 2 seconds, right, on my go, I'm going to be getting as many in there as I can for the full 5. I take my 15 seconds rest, get 2 more sets. I'll make sure sets and numbers are in the comments below. So that's our first, that's our lateral hop. Okay, so my line is here. We're now going to do a forward hop. That line is here still. It's probably hard to see in the video. Same concept, as many touches as possible, as little time on the ground as possible. So now my core is going to be over that line, but I'm going forward and back. So you'll notice the big thing is my body shouldn't be traveling with my feet. It should be static over there. It's the same thing if I speed that up to about 75%. I'm going to get as many touches in as possible. And the last kind of point on that is you see that my feet are pretty low. I'm not traveling far from there. That's the second one, 3 sets. I'm going to go back to my lateral, single leg. We'll start on the right, same sort of concept. I'm going to try and keep my body over that line, as many touches as possible. Speed it up. I'll switch to my left, as many touches as possible. We'll do 3 sets per leg. And as last, you can imagine, we'll move forward. My line is here. We're doing our forward hops, single leg, over and back, working good body control, a little sloppy there. As many touches as possible, as little time spent on the ground as possible, quiet feet. Working our explosiveness, like I say, being able to change direction, put our foot in the ground and go.